for another, I was about to say, yeah, live chat. I was about to say a coffee and a chat. Who's here? 4 already. That's not bad. Now, please tell me, is the volume right? And is it too dark? If it is too dark, I can whack on some lights. Scott Geen, hi Simon, how you been? Are those earthquakes close to you? Earthquakes are old news now, Scott, but glad you made it. That's a few weeks back. We're going through the typhoon stage now. We've had 2 typhoons in 1 week. But the earthquakes were quite close, same fault line. We felt a little rumble, but nothing too serious. Brian Street, morning, mate. Hammers are back. Hope you folks are safe and well. Come on, you irons. Yes, Nuno is working wonders, mate. Very happy with him. I think he could be the new Messiah. But early days yet. Got to see how they get on after the international break. Up to 6. We are cooking on gas. The worrying thing is we have 6 people, but no one's talking and no one is liking. Don't have to like. It's not obligatory, but you got to talk or the live stream doesn't work. Got no one to talk to. So the old, what was it called? Ellen? The typhoon? Uwan. Seems to have passed through here now. I know it was called something completely different on, what was the other name of it? FUNG or whatever. Could you Google it quickly what it was called, please? It seems to have put up 2 likes. What more can you want? 2 likes and 8 watching. Like ham and cheese, we are on a roll. The only way is up. Just got to think of something interesting to say now, which could well be beyond me. And I tell you what I've done now. I've got to put the light on. This is ridiculous. This hold on. There we go. That should be better. There's no way around it. Ellen complains. She says I've got to have the lights out, but that's too bright coming down now, isn't it? But my screen goes dark if it doesn't have light on it. Jack Star, hi Max, you okay? Hello Jack, very glad you could make it. We are fine, thank you very much. How are you? I'm never sure when I do these impromptu last minute ones who's going to know about it, but you do. Oh, thank you very much, Jack, thank you very much. That's very generous. I always say you don't have to do it, but you always do it. Thank you very much, brother. Very, very kind of you. We'll have to think what we're going to do with that, won't we, Ellen? We've got to put half in the Jack Star jar, but I might buy Ellen a bounty. She's never had a chocolate bounty bar. I was talking about that her the other night. Don't know if you can get one over here, but if you can, that's what we're going to do. So how are we? We're good. What was it called? Fun Wong to you. What? Fung Wong to you, Yuan to everyone who lives in the Philippines. It's been a non-event, really. Thankfully for us, terrible for all the people who've lost everything, and some of the pictures have been horrendous. But to us here, bit of rain last night, rained quite heavily for a few hours, a little bit windy today, but nothing. And I think it's past now. Same as last week, I thought I'm not going to go to the quiz. I don't want to get stuck in town. So I didn't go. And I'm starting to regret it now. Well, of course, I'm not regretting it. I'm talking to my friends. I'm doing a live. But yeah, when I scheduled this, I thought I was going to be confined to barracks. I thought the weather was going to be far too bad to go out and do anything. But it hasn't been. It's past now. Although the forecast is it might be a bit of a storm later on tonight. But there you go. It's very difficult to predict these things accurately. Pocket Power. Hi, is a local beer at a pub cheaper in the Philippines or Thailand? Thanks. It is considerably cheaper in the Philippines, generally, than it is in Thailand for beers and things like that. I think the only country I've been to in the world where the beer is cheaper than it is here is Cambodia. Going to Vietnam next month, so I know then, but yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, if you go to certain bars in Manila or certain places in, say, Cebu City, it might be the same price as it is in Thailand in some places. But overall, booze is very cheap here, be it beer or spirits or liquor or whatever. Very, very cheap indeed. Jackstar, I'll be honest, it's the first time I got a notification. Really? But you're always here, Jack. You must be. It's because you are. Can't think of the expression now. It's because you're on the ball. You're obviously maintaining your phone because a lot of people say they don't get notifications. A lot of people say they've missed it because they didn't get a notification, Jack. But you, thankfully, are never present. Fritz Omar Tan. Hello, Simon. How are you and Ellen? Please say hi from my fiance Lachlan at Scotland. I hope he's watching right now. It's me, Nazelle. Please say hi to Ellen as well. Hi, Nazelle. How are you? I've been talking to. I've been chatting with Lachlan the last week. Hi to Lachlan. There you go. I'm doing requests. Hi, Lachlan. There you go. I don't know if Lachlan watches them, Nazelle, but he might do. But we do talk. I've been keeping abreast of his job hunting. Nazelle says hi. Jackstar, hi all. Hope everyone is well. Hit the like, share the love. Thank you very much, Jack. You're very good at this. Yeah, share the love, hit the like, and I hope you're all well. If you're not well, tell us what's wrong. Gerald Lynch, the local beers in Vietnam are the same prices but better quality. All of them? And does it not depend where you go? But I hope you're right, mate, because we're going to Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, whichever you want to call it. I call it Ho Chi Minh City, but a lot of people call it Saigon. I'm assuming because it's a capital city, it might be a bit pricier than Dumaguete, or is it just cheap everywhere? Only time will tell. Better, that depends on your taste, doesn't it? Hope so. I hope you're right, Gerald. I mean, I'm not. I can't disagree with you because I've never been. But if you're right and it's cheaper and it's better, then I might be moving to. We might be moving to Vietnam. Who knows? Scott Geen, hi Jackstar. Hope you're well from New Zealand. Did you get a notification today, Scott? How did you find us? Tim Murray, I always get a notification and ignore it. Well, there you go. I would expect nothing less. Hope there is some aid for the Philippines from around the world. Yeah, no idea whether there will be or not. No idea what will happen to the funds that are there to deal with that in the country himself, because without saying anything too controversial, I think it would be fair to say the funds don't always get where they're intended in the Philippines. But yeah, hopefully. I say it has looked dreadful, some of the places that get hit. I mean, I don't want to tempt fate, but I was Googling the other day, which are the safest islands in the Philippines? And Dumaguete is not up there. I mean, Palawan seems to be the safest, and Siargao is another one, and Camigan. But it also has Siquijor down as being one of the safest. I don't understand why Siquijor is safer than here. All I will tell you is there has never been anything bad here in the time that I've been here in comparison to what's gone on in Cebu and Mindanao. And talking to people who've been here a lot longer than me, they say it's a bloody safe island and nothing really happens in Dumaguete. But as I say, don't want to tempt fate, but since I've been here, it's all been a bed of roses, thankfully. But maybe that could change. The old Google doesn't seem to think Dumaguete is particularly safe. Scott Geen, hey Simon, caught you at last. Yes, indeed you did, Scott. Have you ticked the bell or whatever it's called, the notification bell? Maybe that's why you're not getting the note. I don't know, mate. You know, other people seem to be getting them. Although Jack got them today, but I know there is a bell which you are able to touch. But sometimes, Scott, I don't know I'm doing it. I can't really let you know other than I do. I mean, I do when I know I'm definitely going to do one. I do schedule in advance. I think going forward now, Tuesday night is going to be the regular night again, because I think we have. I'm just going to talk to the boss a second. Have we given up on bingo? See, she would have said yes if I'd asked her before the live stream. So I was about to say, Ellen says we've given up. Now she's like, maybe. So I don't know. But Tuesday is looking good. Could be Wednesday. I don't really bowl anymore. But Mondays, this is going to be very unusual. I'm going to be quizzing again. It's just the last 2 Mondays I've knocked the quiz on the head in fear of the rain. A coward I have been, and I shouldn't have been. I could have gone. Right. Tim Murray, I always get in. Oh no, where are we gone now? Jack Star, seen some of the damage the superstorm has caused. Blimey, scary times. Yeah, and it's not that far away. I mean, Luzon, I mean, it's been hit really hard. I'm thinking of Cebu, but yeah, it's yeah, well, the Philippines is the most dangerous country in the world in terms of natural disasters. And my God, the last month has proved it. We've had what, 2 bad earthquakes and 2 pretty nasty typhoons, this last one being the worst. And that is all in a day's work in the Philippines. That literally has been, is it? How long ago was the last earthquake? I don't know why I'm talking to her. Totally oblivious.
No, because they're taking the 3,000 back, I think.
Okay, well, we can't talk about it now. Helen's getting very upset. She got a mystery 3,000 pesos in her bank account the other day. She couldn't work out where it came from. And she kept saying, should I tell someone? Should I do this? Should I do that? And I said, look, just leave it. It will sort itself out. You know, don't be telling the bank, because you don't know. Maybe it's something you didn't realise, etc. And each day she's been telling me it's there. Now it looks like it's been taken back. She's telling me. No, it hasn't. See, another false alarm. I'm going to ignore.
It's my company.
I'm going to ignore her from now on. She won't answer my questions, but she'll distract me with stuff like that.
Distract you, but you asked me.
Anyway, where are we? Gerald Lynch is declaring Shargo is not safe. Well, Gerald, I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm just telling you what I read. According to Google, it is. But maybe Google's wrong. Maybe AI is wrong and you're right. I don't know. I just typed in, which is the safest island? Expected Dumaguete to maybe be there. It wasn't. It was Palawan. So I did a few more searches. Which are the top 5? Which are the top 10? And Shargo came up in... I think 4th or 5th in all of them. So I don't know, mate. I can only tell you what it says. Britain Oz, evenings, greetings from Brisbane, Australia. Greetings, mate. How the devil are you? Welcome on board. Brian Street, click the bell and select all notifications. Is the correct answer, Brian, is the correct answer. Come on, you irons. You are talking sense, mate. Having said that, I haven't done that for a lot of channels. I'm terrible. You know, I can't blame people for not doing it on mine. I forget to do it on other channels. Do as I say, not as I do, as my mother always used to say. She never really said that, but, you know, I say that a lot to Ellen, and she doesn't listen. Tim Murray, my girlfriend said the last earthquake was last night. Is that a metaphor for something? I'm not sure if you're being serious or not, Tim. This is going to be a good one to pronounce. Julungala 72. Did you drink in Paddy's bar in Buriram? No, I don't. I don't think I did. I might. If I did, it was only once. I never really left the village. We lived about 20 clicks out. It was yeah. Only actually, believe it or not, only ever went to Buriram, the city, maybe 4 or 5 times. Which is ridiculous, really. But I was being held hostage there by the family. But yeah, no, I don't think I did. Is the answer to that one, mate? Well, 16 is a good number. 1,000 would be a better number. 7 likes isn't bad. Almost 50%. I'm not going to beg for the likes, but give us some likes. Come on. Tell you something else as well, while we're on the subject of likes. YouTube is stealing my likes. It is. It really is stealing my likes. Ellen thinks I'm imagining it. I don't know why it's doing that, but it is. Did it to me the other day. When I finished one of my videos, I had a little look at it. It was on 34 likes. And then I looked again half an hour later. It was on 22 likes. Now, I understand people might not like the videos, but why would they smash the like button? I understand there's a chance that someone might smash the like button, and then decide they don't like it afterwards. But really, 35% of all the likes, and it keeps happening every video. It keeps happening on the live streams. Can't quite get my head around it. As I say, I can't believe. And if those people really dislike the video enough to take away the like, why didn't they put the thumbs down? Anyway, I'm just saying it'll be interesting now. I am going to note how many likes I have when the live stream finishes, and I will declare it at the end, and it'll be interesting to see how many likes I've got an hour later, because everything I do now, I lose 30% of my likes. I'm struggling with Juangula. I don't know why, it's not that hard, is it? Julungula. Okay, mate. Yeah, is it good in Paddy's Bar? Let me know. I don't know why. Well, I do know why I didn't spend more time in Buriram proper, because I should have done, but it was just leaving that. It just caused such a commotion to go to get. You know, it's just my girlfriend was so tied to the farm, and they had like a sari shop which had a bar, and just going anywhere. There was a bar about a couple of clicks down the road I used to go to, which a guy used to have a bar in Bangkok owned it. It was a Thai guy. Used to go there a lot, and a couple of ones in the town, but such a hassle. It just caused so much anyway. Yeah, we didn't spend as much time. I should have put my foot down sooner, and I should have left sooner, but there you go. Makes me sound like I'm under the thumb, doesn't it? Brits in Oz, apart from the usual geothermal issues, I find the east coast of Mindanao the safest, from Davao to the north. Yeah, as I say, I'm no expert on, you know, I can just tell you in my time I've been here in a couple of years, Cebu doesn't seem safe, really doesn't, and Mindanao's had a few problems, but, you know, in the grand scale of things, statistically, over a long period of time, couldn't tell you. Julangela 72, am I saying that right? It used to be. Gone downhill, is it? Is Paddy still the same person as he owned it the whole time? Never actually heard of it, to be honest with you. There weren't many expats in my village, and I can't remember the name of the bloody village now. And they weren't really very adventurous. We never really went. There were a few places in town where we'd go and have a beer occasionally, the local town. But yeah, we never really ventured that far away. Never really ventured that far away. You know, when I was living in Petchabam, used to go into the city a lot, which is about 6 kilometres, 7 kilometres from where we lived. I only went to Lamsac, I think, twice. Apart from Pitsanulo, that was it. I'm not really much of a traveller in my Thailand days. Apart from the old visa runs. Up to 18 people and still only 7 like. Maybe the people who are liking and taking them away realise that I have rumbled them. Just going to swap my snooze over. I'll get out of shot because it's not a very nice thing to see. There she is. She never ever, I don't think Ellen has butted in with a compliment like saying, I'm going to lean my head away. She don't see it. You have done it a lot of times. Whenever I'm doing the quiz, why did you ask that question? You pronounced that wrong. I've never ever once said, that was a good question. That was it. You know, never, well done, Simon, for leaning out the way and changing your snooze and being polite. Just never done it before. Done that a lot of times. God, anyone would say she's a right miserable dude, and they would be right. Up to 9 likes, though, you see. Maybe that's it. Maybe if I give Ellen crap, I get more likes. Is that what you want to see? Do you want me to see busting Ellen's balls? I can do that. Just look at me now, trying to intimidate me. Doesn't work. It's too small. Too small. not going to intimidate me at all with your little snarls. It's Crazy Fish. Hope all is well, mate. Yes, all is well. Thank you very much. Yeah, we have survived this latest. I feel a bit. I don't want to be flippant because, you know, I say I've survived it with a smile on my face because a lot of people haven't. Not sure what the death toll is, but the destruction, mind blowing. But yeah, we're good. Thanks, mate. Again, hardly touched us. How is life in the land of smiles? What are you up to, mate? Craig, hi Simon. Hope you're well, mate. I want to hire a VA, and I've heard that the PH's VAs are good because of their English skills. What is the average wage in the PH? What is a VA? A virtual assistant. Well, I might have one for you here. Ellen will be good at that. I don't know. I'll have to ask Ellen that. I think it depends.
It
Virtually.
depends on your niche.
Oh, niche. Hold on a second. I'm going to involve Ellen in this conversation because she works online. Her brother is a VA. I know they earn more than your average Filipino wage. I mean, some of the people who work in the bars and the restaurants in Dumaguete, I mean, they're on like 50 pesos an hour. I'm sure VA's on a lot more than that. What would you think would be the typical wage for a VA?
It depends on your role.
I know. So let's say.
It depends on the account as well.
Okay,
if you
so.
work in something like healthcare, it's much higher.
Okay, so a minimum and a maximum. What would it be between like 100
100 plus thousand.
What a day? Okay.
Oh, you mean per hour?
Yeah, hourly. Yeah.
Starting with $3 per hour.
Starting on about $3 an hour, Ellen is saying, and what would be the top end?
I don't know, but my brother, he works in a healthcare account. Dollars per hour.
So, for example, she reckons that some will earn about $3 an hour. That would be the lowest. Her brother is a VA, virtual assistant. He gets $8 an hour. His is quite a good one. So I'm no expert on this, but I imagine what she's saying, $10 an hour would be top whack, I imagine. No expert on it.
Would be more the like money.
Yeah, okay. So Ellen's saying about $8 would be like the very top end. $3 or $4 would be like, the lower end an hour. Yeah, that's but she seems to think it depends on what your niche is. Healthcare seem to get the most. But if you're looking for someone and you want any help with that, I'll be happy to help you with that. I mean, Ellen's got quite a few friends who work as VAs. So I mean, feel free to I could do a bit of headhunting for you. Always like to try and get people work. Jackstar, I tell you what, Simon, seeing the last few months of Mother Nature, I don't think I would want to be in more than a two-story building in the fields as going off workmanships, i.e. cables near you. Yeah, I think you've got to be a lot better than, I think I would want a higher story building. I don't think I'd want that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would build, what I mean is if I ever do build a house, it will be 2 stories. But, you try and build it properly, wouldn't you? But yeah, I wouldn't be living in a tower block over here. Well, I was saying that, I mean, that one that Alex did a video a while ago when he had the earthquake in Davao, and they're built to bend in the middle. Apparently, is it the 4th and 5th floors are like a concertina thing, and these ones were nearly touching. So, if you build them right, they're okay. But, anything, I mean, what happened in London with that fire and that, I wouldn't want to be in a top floor, which I could never understand. I lived in a few apartments when I was in Patty in my time at John Chen. And you pay more the higher you go. And I could just never see the point. I mean, I wouldn't want to be on the bottom floor. I could never understand why people have the apartments which open onto the swimming pool. Because, yeah, it's nice. You can walk straight into the pool. But you've got people splashing around outside your window all day. When I lived in a place called Laguna Bay Resort. And, yeah, I could never understand why people want to live on the bottom floor. I was on the 4th floor. And, I'd have been happy on the 2nd or the 3rd. The 4th was fine for me. Why people want to live right at the top and just take longer to get down? And you know what? For a better view, I couldn't see it myself. But there you go. Craig, yes, minimum maximum figure. I think we've already done that, mate. Hope that helps you. Rick in Asia, hi. Hope you're well. I just missed the typhoon. I left General Santos to Manila, then back to Australia. I hope the Philippines gets a break from this wild weather. Well, I hope I'm not going to upset any conspiracy theorists out here, but I do believe in global warming. And I think, don't think that affects the earthquakes, but in terms of typhoons and hurricanes and all that kind of thing, the projections are it's going to get worse, unfortunately. It would be nicer, though, if it could be shared equally amongst a few other countries. It doesn't always have to be the Philippines, but there you go. But then that sounds like I'm wishing on other countries, isn't it? Which I'm not. Yeah. Hopefully there are no more. Wouldn't that be nice? Jackstar, I thought her brother did deliver as a generators. Yes, that is a sore subject. I'm not going to talk too much about that because Ellen is peeved now. She's really pissed. But she's seeing it from my point of view. She's very angry about that because, yeah, I won't go into the details. Or can I go into the details? Yeah, last time she was back, her brother wanted to go up to pick up the kids from another island because one of them was sick and bring them back. And none of the other family would help him. So she asked Ellen to. And that meant Ellen taking time off work. That meant her going, all the way up there, giving up her time. Thought they were going to go up in the car, right? Like an 8-hour journey on a bus to come back because he didn't want to take the car and all this stuff. And it was really inconvenient. And she asked him, and she said she couldn't really do it. So like at 4 o'clock in the morning, he asked her again and basically guilted her into doing it. And she phoned me for advice. And I said, don't do it. And she said, well, I've got to. I said, well, look, I'm not going to, because he's selfish. He really is a selfish freak. But I said, well, if he does it, if you are going to do it, then get him to help us with his bloody generator. So she said that to him, and he promised he would. And of course he wouldn't, and he didn't, and he hasn't. So hopefully next time he comes begging, she'll tell him where to go. Craig, cheers, Simon. I might take you up on that offer. Do it, mate, and don't be surprised if I go for the job and I pretend I'm a Filipina. Particularly if you're paying towards the higher end. I'd make a damn good virtual assistant, and I've got a lot of time on my hands. Gerald Lynch, message retracted. Gerald Lynch, death toll from Ewan still stands at only 2. Is it really only 2? See, I'm very careful to quote death tolls because I did one the other week when I did that video about the earthquake. I said it was 6 or something like that, and it turned out when I checked afterwards, it was up to like 70 or 80 or something, terrible like that. So there you go. But I think this will increase later reports. Death toll from Tino stands at 224 so far. Yeah, and it's the related deaths, isn't it, from infections and things afterwards, cholera and all these awful things that, are going to come out from dirty water and things. I think something like that you really don't know until a few months down the line. Jackstar, oops, open Pandora's box there, pal. Sorry. No, it was good. It was good. I'm glad you did because I now know that, it's nice to see she's not defending him. I thought she was going to jump to his defense, but you cannot defend the indefensible. And there you go. But because of that, I didn't get to go. I didn't have to go. I was feeling rather poorly. And I don't know how I got out of that, actually. I suddenly didn't have to go. But it was a combination of the illness. It was a combination of the typhoon hitting. I think it was a conversation. She was worried what I might say to her brother. Who knows? But either way, I didn't go. And the Archer says, hello, Simon. Yes, I know. The lovely Ellen is hiding. Greetings nonetheless. Well, I might spin the camera around in a minute. Can you just wave hello if I spin it around once with you knowing? Go on, here we go. Just wave. Just give it a little wave. There you go. There she is. That's enough. That's enough. Do you like her little stickers on her laptop? She bought those stickers the other week and stuck them. She's so cute. I was trying to explain to her, she's not 8 years old, but there you go. Stickers on the laptop. And she got me some stickers for mine. Needless to say, I haven't put them on. Andrew C's billion years of stored carbon released in 200 years must affect the climate. Well, of course it does. I mean, I've had this argument a million times with people, but there you go. Some people don't want to listen to the experts because the experts don't know. They haven't done a deep dive on the internet like these people have. They haven't looked into it or researched it as deeply as. In fact, they've got PhDs and things in these, in these matters. It's irrelevant. I know a couple of people here. They know more. They have deep dived. Brian Stree, over 500 hierarchy in COP bollocks meeting, but all flew in planes to get there. Well, how else would they get there, Brian? I mean, you can say that about anything. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but in the grand scale of things, if they had come up with a solution, those planes would have been an irrelevance. But they didn't come up with a solution, so there you go. Jackstar, as for conspiracy theories, if they can control the weather and create rain, then how do they know super typhoons aren't created? They probably are, mate. This is probably the Chinese. They are softening us up for an invasion. You could be on a something with the typhoons and the earthquakes. It's all a plan. Since I have started criticising conspiracy theories, my views have gone down. People have left. Well, there you go. Good luck. Go back and do some deep diving. Don't listen to this old fool. Andrew Sees, massive planes too. What a joke, Bry. It's crazy fish. Yeah. To be fair though, they could do it. They could do it by they could do it virtually. But there you are. It's crazy fish. Can you see a future in the Philippines after recent events? For me, yeah, 100%. For the Philippines in general, yes. I think the Philippines is going to carry on going on. These things don't look. They bother me in the sense of it's terrible what happens to the people. But no, I am so much more likely to have a motorbike accident here than I am to get done in an earthquake or a typhoon or whatever. I mean, no, they don't. You know, statistically, you know, it's still, you know, yeah. I mean, the population of the Philippines, what is it, 130 million or something like that? You know, yeah, I'm far more likely to go in other ways than earthquakes or typhoons or stuff like that. I mean, I think you just got to choose carefully where you live. I mean, as I said to Ellen the other day, we had we discussed this when the typhoon was coming. The reality is, where we are, a tsunami might get us, but I don't think, and if it did start flooding, then we would head up towards Valencia, you know, up into the mountains. So it's not something with my our grab bag. Yeah, I don't really, you know, I know that the Philippines is the most dangerous country in the world in terms of natural disasters. It didn't stop me coming here. It's not stopped me. Not going to make me leave, mate. I mean, the first month I moved up to Phetchabun, there was a massive earthquake in Chiang Rai. Didn't put me off the Philippines. It didn't put me off Thailand. You know, can happen anywhere. Andrew Sees Zoom. Yeah, that's what I mean. Virtually, yeah, but I don't think Zoom's the thing anymore, is it? It's been superseded. But yeah, no, you're right. They could do that, but there are reasons why they won't. In terms of, you know, backroom meetings and things and discussions and handshakes and that you can't do with Zoom. I get it, but there we are. Brian Street, they could do video calls, just saying. Yeah, they could, but anyway, I say in the grand scale of things, I don't think those meetings in terms of global footprint will make a huge difference. But I get how it can be perceived as hypocrisy. Andrew Sees pterodactyl. Yeah, I think they're extinct, mate. I haven't seen a pterodactyl in a long time. The art chairs, the stickers are very fashionable. How can we make her more chatty? Maybe some really good coffee. A few cups might work. Yeah, I don't know, mate. She's camera shy, but she's not camera shy. I'm not going to pan around again. We go through this.
Just look at my state, Simon.
Look, she doesn't think she's beautiful enough. She's saying, "Look at my state. Look at my state." But the point is, I don't know why she sits right next to me. I mean, most of the time she'll be in other rooms when we're doing stuff. But whenever I do live stream, she comes and says, because she'll check anyway. Doesn't matter. I'm not gonna force her into it. But I might get her. I tell you what, I haven't told her this. Ellen is going to be in on the next live stream, and the reason she's going to be in on the next live stream is we are celebrating because the channel is 2 years old. So we're going to have a party in the next live stream. I'll get her on the old vodka and Red Bulls. She's very chatty then. Yeah, so that is what we will do. The next live stream, which will be next Tuesday, will be a 2-year anniversary. Might be the last anniversary. My videos are going like that. Everything's dropping down, down, down. You'd think after 2 years it might be growing, but it's having the opposite effect. But hey, while we're still doing it, so I hope you can all make it for next Tuesday to join Ellen and I for a joint live stream. Jack Start, I'll be honest, the next big thing that will hit the PH is AI. Job losses on a massive scale. Just don't think they will recover due to unprecedented mismanagement of funds, etc. Yeah, AI is going to hit a lot of places, but yes, that is a real and present danger. Yeah, but there's equally a chance that AI is going to wipe us all out in the next few years with these drones and automated killing machines and all the rest of the stuff. I mean, it really is a case of Terminator is coming to pass. What was it called? That in Skyline, or what's I can't remember what it's called now. What is the network called in Terminator? Jackstar, notice I didn't mention corruption. Yes, I noticed you didn't say that, but you said it now and I've said it as well. So that's going to get me locked up. But yeah, no, it is. It is. I don't mind saying it. There is corruption is rife in Southeast Asia, but they take it to a new level in the Philippines. The thing I can't get over is how bad they are at it here. They don't think big. I mean, let's face it, Thailand is a very corrupt country. I'm sure Vietnam is as well, but they see the bigger picture. They realise the more they invest in infrastructure and that, the more corrupt they can be, the more money they can make. You know, why embezzle a few hundred million when you can embezzle a couple of billion? But they don't seem to have cotton onto that here. All the scams and that seem to be pretty small, and it's grab what you can in a short space of time and then disappear, as opposed to stretching it out like they do in America, you know, going for the big steal rather than the small ones, or in any Western country. But there you go. Jackstar, hey Ken, how's it going, pal? Ken McCulkin, working my arse off, mate. Hello, Ken. There you go. I missed you early on. What have I missed, old boy? I didn't. I tell you, I'm terrible at missing comments. I do apologise. My eyesight's not the best. I'm getting old. How are you, Ken? How's the new job going? How's life treating you? I won't go into what the case was, but have you won that yet? How's that going? You don't have to go into anything. I'll just a yes or no will suffice. Andrew C. Skynet. That's it. Skynet. Yeah, Skynet. Skynet is upon us. Jackstar Skynet. Jackstar. Have you seen they can already hack ChatGPT? No, I didn't. Have they? Have they hacked it? I know you can do amazing things with ChatGPT. I know a couple of people who do their quizzes with ChatGPT. They're not very good, in my humble opinion. I'm not impressed with that, but I'm not going to say any more. I might upset people. Jackstar, I guided it on YouTube. That will be the downfall of us all. Yeah, the whole thing is incredibly scary. I've seen a couple of documentaries. I'm not a conspiracy kind of guy. These aren't conspiracies. It was the guy who invented the British guy who invented AI and the concept and things. And a few of the founding people, they're saying we're on the eve of destruction. You know, it is ridiculous how they're not regulating it, how they're not keeping control of it. The possibilities are endless, and they're horrifying, really. And there is nothing you or I or anyone else can do about it. What will be will be. But it is, yeah, you know, it is shocking how vulnerable we are to pandemics and AI. I mean, they are the biggest dangers that we face. But people worry about other things. That's why I'm not worried, particularly about earthquakes and typhoons, because there are far bigger dangers out there. Dave Minskip, Philippines #1 corruption. Yes, it is. It's yeah, it is. Well, it is up there. I mean, I'm sure there are some other countries that can give it a run for its money. Colombia used to be able to, although apparently the new president is doing good things. So I've read. I don't know if that's true or not. Jackstar, if they can hack that already, nothing is safe. How did they hack it? What did they do to it? I mean, obviously, I know what hacking means, but what did they actually do to it, or get it to do? Kevin McCulkin, case is still ongoing. I will win it. Just working out how much they willing to pay me. Yeah. Well, that's one of the difficult things about that. I had a tribunal. I only got taken to tribunals a couple of times, and won them all. Because I like to think I was a decent employer, but occasionally people will take you anyway. But as I say, I won them, and it was one of them. I'm not going to mention the guy's name. Well, I will. He was an idiot, Kevin. I can't remember his surname. But they were sitting at the tribunal, and they asked him how much he thought he was entitled to, and he said £30,000. And they said, well, how have you come up with that figure? And he said, I was talking about it to John. And he said, who's John? And he was one of his friends. They just come up with it. You know, they hadn't calculated any loss of earnings or anything like that. He just picked up a figure, thought 30,000 was what he should have. And yeah, I couldn't believe that. I struggle not to laugh when he said that. And the one of the panel gave me a dirty look. But yeah, I mean, it's just unbelievable. You know, you can't go to the tribunal and just make up a figure. There's got to be a reason. There's got to be a logic behind why you think you're entitled to that, what you have lost in potential future earnings and past earnings, etc., based on your salary and that. But he hadn't. He just decided that this was the figure that he should get. But he didn't get it. He didn't get anything. But he didn't like me, the guy, I can't remember what you call him, the head of the thing. He told me he'd looked at the procedures and all this kind of stuff, and he said, had I done enough? And he said, only just. Oh, okay, fair enough. Andrew sees, it has no will of its own. It's not sentiment, but it's in the hands of Putin, etc. Big worry. Yeah, it is. Well, it will be sentient at some stage, though. That's the whole point, isn't it? It will be at some stage. It's getting there. And when it does become sentient, will it continue to listen and do as it is told? I mean, it's obviously a lot more complex than that, but that's the point. This guy who invented it reckons it's very close to being sentient if it's not already certain features. And the reality is, you know, when something becomes sentient, will it do things which it perceives are not in its best interests? Based on humans and things, no. But there we go. Jack Star, Ken, I was in the same boat of a breach of contract one of my businesses was involved in. Had 2 offers, told them to stick it. I want my full contract payment. The years go by and I can be stubborn. Well, but you had a figure in mind there, didn't you, Jack? Well, I hope you got it in the end, or if you haven't got it yet, I hope you do get it. Jack Star, he didn't show the hack, but another AI asked a series of questions, I believe. It's crazy fish. Do they judge? Does who judge? It's crazy fish. Appearance a lot in the Philippines, like they do in Thailand, e.g. comment on someone's weight, the first interaction. I know in Thailand, shoes are a big thing. I remember someone told me in the early days, if you go to a business meeting and over there, first thing people will look at when they are assessing your class is your shoes. They don't wear flip-flops if you're trying to make a good impression. Ricky, good morning from Billericay. Good morning, mate. I was playing.
Did you play the song?
Yeah, she just says it's a song. She's heard me play Billericay Dicky, Ian Drury. I play that at some of the quiz nights. As soon as she said Billericay, it's a song. Billericay is a place in Essex. But the character in the song, my given name is Ricky. I come from Billericay and I'm doing very well. Oi, 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 oi. A love affair in Ina in the back of my Cortina. A seasoned up hyena could not have been more obscene. I got right up between a rum and a ribena. Anyway, there you go. I won't sing again, I promise. But I do like a bit of Ian Drury. But good morning, Ricky. Andrew C. Silicon chips, mate, will never be more sentient than a tractor. Okay. Rob Sanson, good morning from South Carolina. Good morning, Rob. How the devil are you? It's nice of you to join us. Must be very antisocial hour where you are now. So much appreciated. 23 people and 17 likes. Keep them coming, people. I need to double the likes because by the time this video goes up, those likes will have dropped to about 15. Mark my words. Jack Star, hey up, Ricky. Hey up, Rob. Hey up, everyone. Do we have any other Ian Drury fans on here on here tonight? Gotta like a bit of Ian. Brian's Tree, eating a mince pie, nearly Christmas. Mince pies. I tell you what, damn it. We're going to have mince pies this Christmas and I'm going to make some. where the hell are we going to get mincemeat in the Philippines? And when I say mincemeat, sweetie, I am not talking about mincemeat as in minced pork. We need to get some mincemeat. I bet they sell that in Belcrest. I will make some mince pies. Must be able to do them in the air fat fryer. Enjoy, mate. Which mince pies are they? Best mince pies I've had in recent years, apart from homemade ones, have been Lidl's. Believe it or not, Lidl's did some fantastic mince pies last time I was back. They beat Marks and Spencer's hands down. Rob Sanson, daylight saving time, 6:44 a.m. I thought it'd be like 2, 3 in the morning. There you go. That's not too bad. Early riser. Andrew C's, hit me with your rhythm sticks. Hit me. Rasmus Dunton lunatic, hit me. Can't remember the German bit. I used to know that. Yeah. I'm not going to sing anymore. But I'm tempted to. I'm tempted to do a verse, a couple of verses of "Hit Me Your Rhythm Sticks." Dave Minskip, digital ID and money bigger threat than AI at the moment, but now they are part of the recipe. Saw Ian Jury at Hammersmith Odeon. Did you? Lucky you. I would have liked to have seen that. Last time I went to Hammersmith Odeon, I saw Little Britain, which was good, but that was a long time ago. Not Little Britain the show. They did a not an episode. They weren't filming an episode. They did a show there. It was very, very funny. I just love a bit of Little Britain. Don't know why they didn't do more of that. Jackstar, I agree, Dave. Indeed. Andrew C's, LOL. Brian Stroot, hit me with your rhythm stick. I've got Morrison's mince pies, £1.50 for 6. See, Morrison's do a good pastry. They do good pastry things. But I can never really get into Morrison's on the other stuff, I must admit. I was always, when I lived in the UK, I was very much a Waitrose man. But since I've been back, I have, because when I go back now, nowhere that I stay like my parents or anything like that have a Waitrose close by. I have got into Lidl's. Lidl's does some damn good stuff. The only thing that's close to where they live now is you've got a Tesco's, a Co-op, and the Lidl's. And yeah, I'm not a fan of the Co-op, must admit. I was doing my shopping in Tesco's and Lidl's last time I was back, and some of the little stuff wasn't bad at all. Jackstar, please don't sing. Okay, mate. I won't sing. Fair enough. I don't think you mean that, Jack. You've hurt me now. I feel like I've been stabbed in the heart. You don't mean that, do you? Brian Street, only because my old man followed a van. Oh, I can't think what his name is now. Lenny, Donny Lonergan. My old man to be a Tottenham fan. What? What are you saying? What do you mean?
Really
I don't know what she's talking about. Just distracts me. Just distracts me. No, well, I don't. He doesn't. Jack doesn't mean it. When my dad was poorly, we went to Bottom Live. Best thing I've seen. Never seen him laugh so much. Priceless. I see. This is gonna. Well, I don't care if I upset you, Jack. You just upset me with my singing. I'm not intentionally trying to upset you. I can never really get into Bottom. I never. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I watched it a couple of times and it made me chuckle, but I was never really a Rick Mail fan. He was okay in the Young Ones, and I didn't mind Alan Bastard. But yeah, Bottom, I know a lot of people loved it. I know a lot of people, it wasn't mine, wasn't for me. But I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'm even better that your old man enjoyed it, particularly if he was ill. But yeah, I when I was in the RAF, I had a few friends who were obsessed with Bottom. I was more into, I used to like Reeves and Mortimer. But yeah, never got into Bottom. Maybe I should give it a try. Maybe I should have a little looky on the on YouTube over the coming weeks. But listen, yes, I tell you what, I'm deciding now. I might have a barbecue in the next few weeks. Now we got a barbecue coming for the house, but I can't invite you to that. But I can invite you all to the live stream next Tuesday. Make sure you come if you can. I'm going to crack open the old White Russians. Ellen's going to be on the old Vodka Red Bulls. We might get the old Joanna out. We might sing a few songs. We might do a bit of dancing. We could work on some dance routines for that, Ellen. We could do some of that cat's eye stuff with the hands and things. We could get things going. That could be fun. She's looking at the look she's giving me now. Jim Pentecost, hi all, happy Monday. Happy Monday, Jim. Thank you for joining us, mate. How are you? How is Nora? What is going on in Richmond? What is the word on the street? No, Glenn again. I was very relieved when Glenn appeared back in the chat the other day, but we've not seen as much of him. Maybe he has got bored with my content. I can totally relate to that. A lot of people have. I hope that's all it is. I hope he's okay, because he was an ever-present, but not so much these days. But there you are. Neil Michaels, videos on exaggerating what income you need to live in the Philippines was an eye-opener. I would have thought the biggest bum in Dumaguete, you'd want to keep out budget expats to keep your title. Yeah, there you go. I've got to get that put on a t-shirt, the biggest bum in Dumaguete, because I probably am. Yeah, it does amaze me the crap people come out with about what you need here and what you must have in your minimum amounts and all this kind of crap. Depends entirely on your lifestyle. I'm not going to get on my horse. But what wound me up about that is I've got, well, one of them's not really a friend. When I say he's not a friend, I mean, I've not seen him in a long time. I didn't know him that well, but he has been here for something like 12 years. He built a house. He's married to a Filipino, a genuinely good guy. I did an interview with him. I'm not saying he's not a friend in the sense that he's not, I don't like the guy. I just don't have anything to do with him. But I know him, and I'm very good friends with 2 or 3 other people, all of which are on like about £700 a month. And they're very happy, and they're good people. And the idea that some of these people are saying like they shouldn't be here and they're bums and stop them from coming, you just think, well, who the hell are you talking to? You can. I mean, it's just nonsense. I mean, who are people to tell them that they shouldn't be here or they haven't got enough? It just drives me nuts. Andrew C's bottom hilarious. My niece, when about 6, walked up to Uncle Andrew. What's a knob? Laughed my arse off. The timing she walked in, I told her it's a telephone handle. Jackstar, Jim's in the house. Jim is in the house. Dave Minskip, bottom does not date that well, like many comedies. Did laugh back in the day. Yeah, there are a lot of comedies that haven't dated very well. One of the ones that really does, I like Dad's Army. I haven't watched it in a while, but when I was back in the UK, I was with someone. They were an older guy. They were still watching it. I laugh at that, and that is still funny. I think comedy gold. Whereas things like, if you'd said to me 10 years ago, which is the better comedy, 40 Towers or Dad's Army, I'd have said 40 Towers by a mile. But I've tried to watch it a few times. It's not fun anymore. You know what I mean? Probably because there were less episodes. You've seen it, but some comedy ages incredibly well. Other comedy doesn't. And I'm not surprised if Bottom is one of those. The Young Ones was mind-breaking, but mind-breaking at the time. But I've watched it a couple of times since. I've tried to get people into it, and it ain't funny now. It's because it hasn't aged well. It's the way it goes. Ricky, Jackstar, good day to you, good sir, and all. Jim, all well here. Nora at work. How did you cope with Typhoon? Didn't really hit us much. In fact, I don't think it hit us as bad as the last one. I didn't go out tonight because I was expecting it to be really heavy rain and all the rest of it, and so far hasn't hit us. So you never can tell. I'm going to stop. I mean, I've been cautious the last couple of typhoons. Ellen taught me out of not going out last week. I started looking at weather forecasts and planning my days around that. And I've got to stop because I never used to do that. And I've only ever been caught in the rain once. Really once. No, twice. And that time we drove back and the water was up to our knees. Hello? Remember that time we drove back Diversion Road? That was dodgy. I don't know how we got back that night. Not joking. The water was literally up to... Yeah, I had a bike didn't cut out. I do not know. I think it was this bike, was it? It was my Gravis. But yeah, it coped very well, but that was awful. But yeah, this one, nothing really. I mean, it rained heavily last night. I thought it was going to be worse today. It was really windy earlier on. That's when I decided I wasn't going to go out. But now, nothing. No wind, no rain. As I say, I thought when I did the video earlier on saying I was confined to barracks, I thought I was. It just looked too bad to go out. But it seems to have passed now. Touch wood. Craig, Only Fools and Horses. Only Fools and Horses, yeah, classic comedy. Always enjoyed Only Fools and Horses. Didn't like it as much as some of my friends did. I mean, they quote it all the time. But it never made me laugh all the way through. But it was quality TV. Stupid Boy, Dave Minskip. Yeah, one of the best lines ever in a comedy is, what is your name? Don't tell him, Pike. Always makes me laugh. The best line, though, ever in any comedy, I was arguing this with someone the other day, has got to be. Did I say this in the last live stream? I might have done. I'm getting old. I get repetitive. It's the Pink Panther. Does your dog bite? No. I thought you said your dog does not bite. That is not my dog. Makes me laugh now just even thinking about it. Neil Michaels, comedy set in the past date better, hence Dad's Army and especially Blackadder. Hasn't aged at all. Haven't tried watching Blackadder recently, but that was quality in the day. But some of those seasons were better than others. I think I've enjoyed the First World War one the best. I think that was, but I like Queenie. Can't remember which series. How many of those they make? They make 5 series of Blackadder. Andrew sees Alf Garnett never returned to TV. Alf Garnett was good though. Alf Garnett was good. It was very good in sickness and in health. Warren Mitchell. He was a Spurs fan. I won't hold that against him. Well, the chat has dried up. So who's coming to the party next week? Who's coming next Tuesday? No one has said they'll be there. Dave Minskip, silly cow. Silly cow. What was her name? What was the actress's name? It was what they call it, father, wasn't it? Terry Blair's father. He was the son. He was the girlfriend's or the daughter's husband, wasn't he? Can't remember what the woman's name was. I like On the Buses as well. On the Buses was funny. On the Buses, it was silly, but it was funny. I've got a Canadian mate who loves what do they call it? Are You Being Served? He's always talking about Mrs. Slocum's pussy. Thinks that was hilarious, and that was quite funny as well. Jim Pendergrass didn't affect us too much, but electronic down and internet. Few people stayed around our house. Okay, your house in there, because I mean you're in the UK, aren't you? Yeah, we didn't have brownout here at all. We've not had a brownout. And they've done the cables. I came back the other day. Ellen had gone home. I went to do some shopping, and I come back, and I couldn't believe it. They were lifting the cables up. I was going to film it because it was amazing. Like, you know, I was going to do a little short saying, you know, a lot of people say the Philippines is a third world country. I don't like to think of it that way. I like to think of it in an emerging economy. But when you see this, it's hard not to. And I'm not joking. It was it Norarco? They're the electrical company here. And these guys pulled up and they were in this bright yellow Jeep, which must have been about 50 years old, and had these bamboo poles. And they're pushing the cables up with that. And they're just wearing, like, you know, normal, like, Honda T-shirts and stuff. No protective equipment, no nothing. I say the vehicle was about 30 years old. It'd been hand painted in bright yellow and Norarco written down the side. And that is the major energy utility provider in Dumaguete, I think, on Negros. And when you see that, you think it's hard to say it's not a third world country. I mean, they did the job. But, of course, as soon as they're doing it, I'm looking at it thinking, great, come in the house. Of course, the power was off. And I just picked up a takeaway. So I had it in the dark, but fortunately the power came back on again. So yeah, the last couple of typhoons. In fact, we have not had a brownout here. It's going to touch Ellen's head, touch wood. It's been very, very good here since we moved. Much better than the other house in terms of brownouts. Maybe your brother realises that. Maybe he realises that we don't need it now, and he doesn't want to make our life more complicated by delivering it. What do you think, Ellen? Is he being selfless? Is that what it is? Has he got our best wishes at heart? Is that why he's not helping get it down here? No comment. There you go. Brian Street, love thy neighbour wouldn't go down well these days. No, they're not going to produce any of them anymore, are they? What's that other one? Man About the House. What was Love Thy Neighbour? Love Thy Neighbour. Yeah, that would be totally unacceptable. Mind you, I think it was totally unacceptable to some people at the time. I mean, that was really pushing the well, it's racist, wasn't it? I mean, it really was. Neil Michaels, the first series of Blackadder was all right, but the other three were absolute gold. And the final World War I series was the only comedy that made me cry and not from laughing. Well, that's the thing about a good comedy. I mean, there's a few. I mean, a good comedy, a really good comedy, makes you laugh and it makes you cry. It's got to be dark. I mean, Only Fools and Horses was good at that. I mean, I never cried at Only Fools and Horses, but you know, it was always a serious, sad note to it. Andrew Sees. Is it amazing that Jesus was born on Christmas Day, you silly cow? Jim Pendergrass, yes, hopefully there on Tuesday live stream. Well, I'm glad you're coming, James. I've noticed you said hopefully. Are you? Hope no one's going to invite you to another party at the same time. I know it's early. I know it's early, mate. But you'll have to get the old San Miguel out or a little tot. It's going to be. We're going to have a drink that day. Jackstar as well as Cuckoo. Cuckoo. Jackstar, I'll be there. I'll bring a bottle. Good man, Jack. Good man. We should do a Zoom, you know, for one of these things if I knew how. One of those multiple Zooms. We can have everyone there, having a little drink. We have to do that for Christmas or something like that. What am I talking about? We won't be here for Christmas. We'll be in Vietnam, won't we? I have to look at doing something like that one day. I don't know how we'll do it. Jim Pendergrass. They say brownout will be for a month in our place over there. You're joking. Wow. Of course, you're a loser, aren't you? That's unacceptable, mate. That is unacceptable. So, are you going to have people living in your house, like, you know, for the whole... I know you've got family there anyway, but are there going to be a lot of people staying there for a month? Wow. Did you just hear that? A month without electricity where Jim is. Luzon, but on the coast, down the south. That is bad, mate. That would be the kind of thing that would make me leave the Philippines. Jackstar, that's what I love about this chat. The path of conversations goes anywhere. Class, guys and girls. Yeah, it doesn't have the same. I've noticed some of the other live streams. I've thought about watching other live streams to get an idea of how to do it. But they seem to just like have a subject matter, don't they? They just sit there and they talk about the thing and the guy just talks, or the ones I've watched, and he'll take some comments on it. I thought about, I don't know how I'd do that. I always get, I could try and plan it that way, but I would just get taken off on a tangent by the chat, and I quite like it that way. I think it's better. Jim Pendergrass, Fools and Horses, simply the best. Still makes me laugh, although seen many times. Yeah, Only Fools and Horses was a class series. Trigger was my favourite character. Trigger used to make me laugh. Well, they all made me laugh. I used to like Boise as well. Obviously David Jason and Rodney. The thing about that is that I must admit, I can't remember the actor's name, but I really preferred the first Grandad. Well, he was the only granddad, wasn't it? The other one was Uncle. But yeah, it was a shame when he went. Here's one for you. You talk about a comedy that would make you cry and laugh. I can't remember the name of the bloody thing now. God, it's embarrassing. Steptoe and Son. Steptoe and Son. That was hilarious, and it was also so sad at times as well. Yeah, it was great, Steptoe and Son. Did anyone else like Steptoe and Son, or just me? Jim Pendergrass, they say a month, but take it with a pinch of salt. Yeah, well, you got to take a pinch of salt. It might be longer, but it might be sooner. Just got to hope it's sooner. But yeah, that would be a nightmare. Because even if you've got a good generator, a month, you're probably going to screw it up, aren't you? But yeah, but you've got solar panels as well, haven't you? Haven't you got the whole rigmarole? Craig, Only Fools and Horses. The chandelier in the stately home, brilliant. Yeah, that was it. They were all good. The I like the Batman one. I mean, that's a classic, isn't it? When the two of them are running to that fancy dress party dressed as Batman. And I like the mop one, where he's not the mop, where he's had that broom and he's had it for like 35 years or whatever. I like the same broom. And he's like, yeah, well, I've changed the handle a few times and the head. Ricky, my claim to fame is I once played an extra on a TV series In the Thick of It. I used to love In the Thick of It. That was good. What was his name? The Italian guy. I always butcher his name. Almond Santi or something like that. Yeah, that was brilliant In the Thick of It. Really, you're an extra? Which episode? I mean, were you in it a lot? Office as well. Office, brilliant. I've got to get Ellen onto The Thick of It. That was a brilliant. I don't think she'd necessarily get it, but he was great. What was the name of the Scots guy who played? Who was playing? God, this is embarrassing. Where does my thought? I can't. I don't know why I'm even trying. Is Gary Boldy his name? I can't even remember the character it was based on. He was. I even closed my eyes. I can't think of it. I'll come back to that in a minute. Jim Pendergast, yeah, I prefer Grandad. Yeah, Grandad was good. I think he died though, didn't he? I don't think they wrote him out of it. I think he passed away. Jack Star, mate, that's a good idea. Cuckoo is a series with Greg Davis, a much watch. Yeah, I don't think I've even heard of it. Brian Street, looking forward to Christmas so I can watch The Great Escape for the 20th time. But what a good film it is. Can't get tired of The Great Escape. That's a sad one. Always close to bring a tear to my eye when I get old Donald Pleasance when he walks over the top when they machine gun him. Jim Pendergrass, yes, we are okay with solar. Well, there you go. We've got solar here, but unfortunately, we don't get to use it. The landlord is selling it to the energy company, which is fair play to him. He's a shrewd cookie. Jack Star, Jim, don't worry. Ellen's brother will deliver a generator. Yeah, do you think we had to run a generator away with the Luzon for Jim? I can't remember the name. Alistair Campbell, yeah. What is the name of the Scottish guy who plays Alistair Campbell? Best line in The Thick of It was when he says, you're fucking nuff. That makes me laugh. Anyway, there you go. Don't know if you've seen that episode. Johnny Jongo, welcome on board, Johnny Jongo. You haven't said anything so far. How about the Carry On films? They were funny. Yeah, they were funny, but they were funny stupid. I laugh at them now, and they are fun just because they are so stupid. But they are. Terry Thomas is a hero of mine, but Leslie Thomas did a great Terry Thomas, if you know what I mean. Because you couldn't have had a Leslie Thomas character without, but he was brilliant. But you couldn't have had him if you hadn't have had Terry Thomas first, if you know what I mean. But yeah, yeah, they were good. The Carry On films. Carry On at the Khyber was one of my favourites. Jim Pendergrass, yeah. Where is the generator, Jack Star? Adam Feney, hey guys, good to see a Monday stream. Thank you, mate. Glad you could make it. There's a few not here tonight. No Glenn, no, well, there's a few. I'm not going to go down names because I'll go down a path and I'll forget people's names. But yeah, there's a few who haven't made it tonight. But there are many who have, which is great. And we're up to 18 likes, which is good. Only 20 viewers, but 18 likes. How are you still in Phnom Penh? You must be. You didn't. I don't know if I asked you last week. How was the red bus? Was it any good? Jack Star, Jim. Jack Star, the myth, the legend, the man, the mystery himself. Adam is in the house. Yes, he is. Scott Geen. Good night, Simon. Take care. Good night, mate. I thought you were about to say good night. Can't take it anymore. But yeah, thanks for. You're quite quiet tonight, Scott. But yeah, thanks. I'm glad you found us, mate. I'm glad you made it tonight. Adam Fenton, hey Jack Star. Adam Fenton, my feed has been constant Typhoon content. I'm sure a lot of people have, mate. It has been very bad in Luzon. I don't know how long you've been in the stream, but poor old Jim's people, they're going to be without power for at least a month, it would look like. Jack Star, hey buddy there. I mentioned crypto. Just had a few dip miners delivered. Bit of fun, but you got a chance of 5,000 plus times a day. Not sure what any of that means, but sounds good. Sounds impressive. Adam Fente, wow, that's nice stuff, Jackstar. Are you going to Mine Straight BC? There you go. We are going off on a tangent, James, where neither you or I and a few others in the stream don't know what they're talking about. But it makes sense to them, and if they're making money out of it, God bless them. Right. There we go. I'm not saying goodbye yet. I'm just saying there we go, in the sense that people have stopped chatting. Speak to me, please, people. Adam Fente, my bus from Seattle to Bon Pen was great. Been here a week so far. Got one more week left. Yeah, only been here a week. You mentioned it last time, but it was worth it, was it? The old, the big red bus was comfortable. Did you have reclining seats? Was there video entertainment? What was the internet like? I can't believe I couldn't remember the name of the giant ibis. Last week I was saying, was it the great lotus? Well, yeah, giant ibis. 2,500, I think it was last time I looked to get that. It's not worth that. I don't know. I don't understand why the coach tickets have gone up like maybe 3 times in price. And they were still selling tickets, I noticed, because I had a little look. The reason I looked at their prices was I had a little look when they closed the border to see if they were still selling tickets. And they were. And I thought, how can you be selling tickets on a coach to Siem Reap when the land borders are closed? Must have been some very disappointed people. Sounds a bit like a scam to me, but there you go. They were, and it was 2,500. Maybe that's why it was so expensive, because they were going to drive through the barriers or something. I don't know. Adam Fenton, no more chat. No more chat. The crypto coin talk has killed it, or maybe people just got fed up with my pointless rambling. Adam Fenton, 6-hour ride, no reclining seats, no Wi-Fi. Well, that doesn't sound like a great journey then. What was great about it then, if you didn't have reclining seats and you didn't have any Wi-Fi? I thought they were essential for a 6-hour journey. I've always found, and don't ask me why, I'm one of these people, I might have mentioned it before, I like the idea of sleeping in strange places. Not like a homeless person, but I used to get the ferry over sometimes. When I was doing a lot of work in Holland and I had contracts in Tilburg, I would often take the car over and I would go on the Harwich to the Hook of Holland on the overnight crossing. I used to get the captain's cabin, which wasn't very expensive, but you got a couple of bottles of wine and some fruit and things in the old fridge bit, and you could have a meal on there. And I used to like the idea of doing it. I never slept on that bloody journey. I'd always wake up tired. I never really slept, couldn't sleep on it for some reason. Put me off cruises, but I still kept doing it. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because I have always had it in my mind that I want to get a coach, one of those coaches from Bangkok to Siem Reap, the VIP ones where it goes back and you've got a little bed and you can pull the curtains across. Always liked the idea of doing that. Never done it, but each time I've thought about it, I thought, what are you doing, you fool? You know you're not going to be able to sleep. Why do you want to go on a coach journey? It's going to take you like 10, 11 hours when you can just fly and be there in 40 minutes. And that's why I never did it. But I don't know why. I just find something like that. It's like the idea of going on a train and having a sleeper. Just something appealing about it. But I've watched a couple of vlogs on those ones that go from Penzance up to Glasgow or Edinburgh, or whether it is. I can't remember the duration there. And it's not cheap. It's like 170, 180 quid. And the food doesn't look great. And I know I wouldn't sleep a wink, but I find myself watching the content and thinking, I want to do that. I don't know. Now, queer as folk, as they say. Jim Pendergrass, we went last November, but going 2nd of February, so hopefully we'll miss most of the typhoon season. I'm going to sound ignorant now. I didn't know there were typhoon seasons. I know they're monsoon seasons. I suppose it makes sense. The typhoon season is presumably the same as the monsoon season. Yeah, what a stupid thing for me to say. Never really given it a thought. Jackstar, yay and no. Convert mainly to BTC to cash out. There we are. Is BTC Bitcoin? I'm guessing it must be. Dave Minskip, gone 8 o'clock, old man. Time to watch TV in bed with the missus. Yes. Good night, mate. Where are you, Dave? Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Be lucky, mate. Be lucky. Jonko, have you ever been to BATTEN? How was your weather there? BATTEN, this is in the Philippines, is it? Never heard of it. Have you heard of BATTEN, Ellen? Well, I don't know how you pronounce it. BATTAN. No, never been there. Ellen's heard of it. I don't think she knows where it is. Would you recommend it? Weather here is fine now. I say it was a bit rainy yesterday. Not that windy yesterday. Very windy today up until about 4 o'clock, but not rainy. And now there's nothing. There is the prediction or the forecast that there will be lightning storm tonight, but it wasn't specific when. It hasn't hit yet. Adam Fente, anything under 9 hours, I prefer a regular seat. Really? I just sleep with the occasional peek outside to enjoy the countryside views. Aircon was good and the ride was smooth. A smooth ride in the Philippines? Wow. That in Cambodia, that takes some doing. Don't know how they achieved that. Unless the roads have improved. I mean, because they're bloody awful in state. The times I went from Bangkok down to, I only went a couple of times to Siem Reap. God, those roads are terrible once you cross the border for about a 2-hour stretch. Simon, can you get Guinness in Duma? If so, a pint is how much? I don't think you can get a pint of Guinness in Duma. You can get cans. You can get cans of Guinness in a few of the places. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, you can what aren't you going to quote me on? God, I'm losing. Oh, see, Ellen cooked dinner earlier on, but I said that after the live. Now she's going to start eating, even though I'm bloody hungry, and she's going to do it in front of me. This live might come to an end sooner than you think. Cans aren't cheap. Probably close to English standard. I think last time I had Guinness was in the rum bar, and I think it was 220 pesos a can, which would be about £3. So expensive for the Philippines, but there is a guy, unfortunately, he doesn't want me to interview him. But our neighbour just across there, he has a brewery called Birdie Dum Dums, and he makes lots of stuff. And apparently some of his stouts are really good, but they're in the bottles. Some of the lagers are in drafts, but I don't know, Jack. I wouldn't have thought you can get draft Guinness here, but there are lots of resorts and places I've not been to when you go to Darwin, and they tend to sell the craft beers. There are a few. I don't think I've been to them. There's a few craft bars and that now. So I can't say categorically you can't get draft Guinness here, but I will say categorically I don't think you can get it draft here. Maybe somewhere like Fibber McGee's, maybe on St Patrick's Day they might have a couple of barrels, but regular time now I think it's only canned, mate, or bottled. Dave Minscup, across India by train, created memories you never forget. Yeah, I'm sure that would be an experience. Not really something I think. I'm sure it'd be an experience. In my younger days, I might have tried that, but it doesn't really appeal to me now. I suppose unless it was one of those luxury trains. You know, there's one in India. It's one of the most expensive train journeys in the world. But you're talking a couple of thousand a day. I'm not paying that for it. But I mean, I can see that might be pleasurable. I can't see myself sitting on the top of a train traveling across India. Those days have gone. But those days never existed. Who am I kidding? Adam Fente, nice Jack Star. Good luck mining. We'll be patient for the 2026 crypto peak. Is there going to be a peak? Can you promise me that? If you guys can promise me that, I might buy some crypto. If one of you tells me how to. Jim Pendergrass, yes, travel from Manila to our place, one by road, 15 hours, never again. Yeah. They can take a lot out here, the old long journeys in countries like this. Dave Minskit, Dave in Perth. Okay, now I get it. Being close in time because there's not really much of a time difference, is there? And I was thinking you must be in the Philippines somewhere. Well, enjoy your TV in bed with your missus. Very romantic way to spend your night. We will be doing that after the live stream. Ellen and I, we're very close to finishing Ozarks. We've been watching that. And I'm finding it a bit tedious, to be honest with you. I'm enjoying the series, but Ellen does your head in after a while. Look at her face. No, she's enjoyed it more than I am. I enjoyed the first time I watched it. Now I'm seeing a few too many holes in the storyline, things that don't really make sense. But when we've got that, we are going to watch Giri Haji next. Did anyone watch Giri Haji? If you didn't, it's bloody brilliant. Watch Giri Haji. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting the Ozarks done and dusted out of the way because we just started season 4, and there's only 4 seasons, so we haven't got long to go. But yeah, have you watched Giri Haji? You should do. Jackstar, yeah, Adam, I agree. I'm just reinvesting in miners at the moment. Stop topping off the shares. Risk level, I believe, is low, and at the end of the day, I'll still have miners, right? I tell you what, I hope we're going to meet well, listen, I'm hoping we're going to meet, Adam, when you are in Saigon over the new year, because you can explain some of this to me, and I will take notes. And Jack, when you get over here, you can fill in any gaps I've got. But you two, and I never thought I'd say it, are kind of pushing me into maybe getting into, not pushing me as in I don't want to be pushed, but I'm starting to think maybe I should give this crypto a go. But maybe I've left it too late. I mean, I always thought I left it too late. I've missed the boat. But the fact that you chaps are still dabbling, obviously you don't think you've missed the boat. So maybe I should. Maybe I should do a bit of research. Jim Pendergrast, had draft Guinness Manila. Oh, I'm sure you can get it in Manila. I'm sure you can get it in was it a good Guinness? Had they kept the pipes out? You know, it's all about the pipes, really. So I've been led to believe. I do like a Guinness, but I was never religiously on it. Last time I really drank Guinness was this will sound terrible now. Would be soy 6 in Pattaya. I came back. I was never a joy, and I've said many times before, I was not a soy 6 kind of guy. I wasn't, but I did a visa run from over the Cambodian border, and the way you did it, if you went with the Queen Victoria pub, is included in the package. Was you go there, you got cooked breakfast included. You did your run, you came back, and then you had your lunch. And I was in there having my lunch, and then someone I hadn't seen for a long time turned up, and we hit the Guinness. And I think I had 4 pints of Guinness, and I was remarking of myself how nice it was compared to having Leo and all the rest of it. And that was a good pint of Guinness. But after 4, that was enough for me. I was starting to feel it as well. These people who go out and have 10, 12 Guinnesses, and I don't know how they can do that. You know, it's too substantial a drink to have more than, I think 4 pints is the most I've ever had in a row. And I don't think I'll repeat that again. Adam Fenton, my Vietnam visa was approved. Already bought my bus ticket and got my place for 4 nights as I look for a serviced apartment. Good thing. Good luck with your search. We have an American friend coming with us now to Vietnam. I didn't think he was going to come. He said he was, but I was a bit, shall we say, I was a bit dubious until it was all booked. But he's booked up now, so he's coming as well. I'm going to have a chat with him on Thursday to make sure he's sorted his visa out. Because the quiz last Thursday, I know some of you know him, well, not know him personally, but old Brent made an appearance. And he can't get his visa for Vietnam. He's been a couple of times before, but he's given up now. They won't give it to him. They keep mucking him around. What? I don't know. He doesn't know. So he's decided to wash his hands of it, and he's either going to go to Bali or Thailand for Christmas. Well, all I know is I was talking to Brent because he doesn't often come to the quiz, but he came last Thursday, and I said to him, what are you doing for Christmas? You're not staying here, are you? He said, well, we were going to go to Vietnam, but I can't get my visa. And he said, I've just given up now. I said, so what will you do? Don't stay in Dingagetti, for God's sake. Nothing happens here at Christmas. And he said, no, they're going to go to Bali or Thailand. I haven't decided yet. But there you go. Couldn't get his visa, which is strange because he's been twice. Adam Fenton, a funny thing, Jackstar. I've been casually looking for GPU just to do some gaming, but damn, even second hand, they're expensive. Miners hoarding. Brian Street, watch series Slow Horses with Gary Oldman about MI5 misfits. Excellent and funny. Yeah, I've watched it. I watched that. Yeah, I listen. I might be wrong. I quite enjoyed it, but I don't think Ellen would be into it. I'll show. What? No, no. Since she's there, drugs, cartel, mafia. No, nothing like that. It's about MI5. I will show you a trailer. What I tend to do is I will think of a series. I will show her a trailer, and if the trailer hooks her, we watch it. If it doesn't, we won't. So I will. Yeah, Gibby Haddy's definitely next. But after that, I will show her a trailer of Slow Horses, and if she's up for it, we might give it a go. There we are. I liked it. I didn't love it. But it might grow on me. But I've seen it. I think I've seen 2 of the series. Jim Pendergrass, yes, Guinness was good, but never as good as in Ireland. Trouble with Ireland is last couple of times I've been there, I like my drinks cold. I'm not being that. I like my drinks cold, but you can't get ice in Ireland, can you? You know, you can't get ice in drinks. You know, I've asked for ice in a couple of the bars and that, but you can't get ice anywhere in Dublin. Yeah, Adam, the price are mental. Adam Fentley, generally does Ellen like shows you watch, Simon? Yeah, the ones we watch together, but I watch Ellen friendly things. I mean, a lot of the series. I mean, I try to get. I mean, some of them I just give up. I mean, she wouldn't watch The Wire. She watched about 4 episodes of that and decided she didn't like it, and couldn't get in The Sopranos. She gave up after that after a couple of episodes. She says it's boring. She thinks Sopranos is boring. She thinks The Wire is boring. Well, there you go. What can you do, chaps? 2 of the greatest TV series ever made. But I got into Breaking Bad, which was something that took a couple of efforts, but she really enjoyed Breaking Bad. I think Better Call Saul is on our thing next. I think we'll watch that. But definitely Gibby Hadji is going to be the next one. Jack Star, I tell you what, I've been watching a series called Condor about CIA analyst. I was hooked on the first series. I think I've watched some of those. I think so. I might be wrong, but that rings a bell. I think I have watched that. Jim Pendergrass, never heard that before. No ice in Ireland. Well, I tell you what, Jim, it's a joke. I said to them, can I have ice in my drink? And they said no. I said, why not? I said, sorry, sir, we've lost the recipe. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, of course you can get ice in Ireland. There we go. Jack Star, just spent many times in Ireland, yet you can't beat a pint there. Yeah, Ireland's a good night out. Particularly, well, my parents were Irish, so I had a lot of fun. Not that many nights out in Dublin. I mean, Dublin's a good. I've had fun there. Like I've gone there for like stag do's and things. But further south, I love Ireland. As a kid, I used to love the red lemonade, but not been there for a long time. Do I get any laughs at my jokes? Jim spent many times in Ireland. You can't beat the pint there. John Jonko, I love comedies. 1 Foot in the Grave, keeping up with appearances. Yeah, I tell you what, 1 Foot in the Grave. My God, that was funny. How did I forget that? That was a funny TV series. Victor Meldrew, what a character. I can't remember the actor's name. Jack Star, brother. Thank you so much. That is so generous of you, brother. It really is. You've done it twice. Mr. Ambassador, you are spoiling us. Isn't that the one? I hope you just have sent a I hope I haven't scrolled up because I embarrassed myself once before when I thanked you when you hadn't sent one, but I think you have just sent another one. Very, very kind of you, Jack. Was that for my joke about the ice? That was a funny joke. No one's laughed at it yet. I'd like to think Jack laughed so hard he was prompted to do a super chat. I was about to say I'm going to go in a minute, but I can't now. Jack's done that, can I? Because it's like, unless that was him signing off, because I feel guilty. Jack Star for the Guinness hunt. No, today's super chats are to spoil the lovely Ellen date night. Oh, don't say that to her, for God's sake. I'm only at the end of it. She'll be like, no, I want to go there. I want to go there. Jack told me. They cause domestics, they do, Jack. As I explained it. No, stop making stories. I love it when Ellen's angry because she just breaks into a broken English. It's like a Philippine patois. Joking, good domestic butter. I tell you what, though, Jack. When you come over, and I'm working on the basis you are coming over. I hope you are. there are a few places we'll go, a finer chap like yourself, where we'll have a few, we'll check out, because if you like your Guinness and things, I was thinking about it the other day. Most of my friends move, and believe it or not, I do have some, tend to be creatures of habit. We tend to go to the same places. And when I say, like, you know, let's check out this place or let's check out that, to be fair, I don't often say that. But now you're thinking about it, there are a few bars, like up at, because if I go, I've never been there for a night out, but a lot of people will say the best nightclub these days is, Ellen's looking at me like that, as if to say, what's he going to say? And what's he mean nightclubs? He can't go to places like that. He's a responsible man now. But it is Bahia. Bahia is apparently the better mate of mine, Alex, says, he's probably watching this now, is the best place, because after 10 o'clock, it turns from a restaurant to a nightclub. Now, when I used to go there, I used to go with my old mate Frankie, who's coming down in January. He's coming in January. I will have to do a pub crawl with Frankie on the old video. We used to start off there, and then we would go to the Hyde, and then we'd hit the Tiki Bar, and we did a little circuit. But so I've yet to try the nightlife in the bar here. But when you come, we can. The reason I'm saying this, there is a craft beer place which gets really good reviews down there. They might do Guinness, they might do stouts and things like that. We'll have to start off there, try the bar here, see how that is. And then, because if you can get stamped for that, and you can go, I don't know if you get stamped or not, but do a nice little circuit from the bar here to the Hyde to the Tiki Bar and back again. Because when you go in the Hyde, got to pay, I think, $3.50 or something to get in. Small money by Western standards. To Jack Star, just to drop in, probably doesn't even know what a small amount like that means. You can go in the VIP area, the Tiki Bar. But yeah, that's the kind of, the guys that we tend not to do that these days. You know, I'm looking forward to Frankie coming back. Adam Fente, I've been lacking in the TV show department. I spent too much time gaming. Well, watch Giri Haji. No one else has responded to that. They probably think I'm talking nonsense, but it was a BBC series, just the one series. There was no spin-off after it, and about a Japanese guy, a detective, and it's half based in Tokyo, Japan, and half set in the UK. He comes over looking for his brother, who is on the run from the Yokozuna, because he's become a Yokozuna, and it all becomes intertwined with East London gangsters, and it's just a great series, really great. John Jonko, Richard Wilson from One Foot in the Grave. So many great British comedies. There were Richard Wilson, that's it. I can't remember his name, but yeah, Victor Meldrew, that was hilarious. I do not know why you have switched the aircon off, my love. Prendergast, what time live tomorrow? I wasn't planning on doing a live tomorrow. I was talking about next Tuesday, mate. Yeah, because I can't expect people to come 2 nights in a row, Jim. Yeah, next Tuesday, party, same time, 7 o'clock. That's the plan. I will announce it on the old Facebook, and I might mention it in a couple of videos. But yeah, I was thinking next Tuesday, Jim, not tomorrow, mate. I think that's a bit too much to expect people to. I'd be happy doing it. I'm not doing anything else tomorrow, but yeah, next Tuesday, mate. Tuesday week for the party. The 2-year celebration. I hope Glenn can make it to that one. I'll have to message him on Facebook. Well, Simon Kendall, shit, is it Tuesday? No, it's not, Simon. It's not Tuesday, mate. It's Monday. I haven't done a Tuesday live for a while. I've been mixing and matching. I think I will go back to the Tuesday night lives going forward. Next Tuesday is going to be a celebration party for our 2-year anniversary. It's not bang on a 2 year. I think it's just over 2 years now, but I keep forgetting to do it. But I think realistically, I think the bingo is going to be the one to go, because I am going to go start doing the Monday quiz again at Sideways. I might bowl again one day. I think it's unlikely we're going to go back to the bingo. But then again, Ellen will probably, now I said that, Ellen will start working on me thinking, I want the bingo, I want to win this. So who knows? The trouble with having a busy social calendar. How is your house hunting going, Simon? Simon, unfortunately, is one of the poor souls who got hit hard by the typhoon. And he is, I think you're currently in Dumagetti, aren't you, looking for a place? Or do you mean you're in Negros? And in front of next Tuesday will be a long day for me as I bus from Cambodia to Vietnam. Hope I can catch the live. Well, I hope you do, mate. It won't be the same without you, but totally understand if you cannot make it. Jim, is Glenn still going to Duma? Well, I hope so. He's not said not. I mean, when I asked him how he was the other day in the chat, he didn't say he was having any issues. But as far as I know, yeah, he's booked. I mean, I think he's booked. No guarantees in life. He's not told me anything to the difference. But hopefully, Simon Kendall, I got a place near City Mail, Dumagetti, but it has been crash. I got a place near City Mail, Dumagetti, but it has been crash. I don't know what crash means. I'm taking it crash doesn't mean good, but that's not your long stay place, is it? I mean, if I got this right from your message the other day, you're planning on moving to Dumagetti and you're house hunting. Did I get that wrong? Presumably you're not going to live in City Mail long term. My phone is on 2%. Well, there you go. You've been flooded out. Your place in City Mail's crash and your phone's on 2%. Well, I hope your luck changes in the very near future. Message me. Yeah, Simon, I know you're here because I know where City Mail is. What I mean is, are you here longer term? Will you be here on Thursday? If you are, come to the quiz, mate. Come to the quiz night at Sideways. Anyway, if you're on 2%, message me later or let me know what's going on, mate. Because if you want any help finding a place, I'm always available to help. But I'm not sure if I got it right. Maybe you were just escaping the floods. I kind of got the impression you'd given up on Cebu and you were moving here longer term. Apollo, the sun god. God, oh, everyone's joining us now. Welcome on board, Apollo. Are you planning on buying a house in Duma like everyone else? No, absolutely not. No, I am not planning on buying or building a house anywhere, mate. No. Perish the thought. Perish the thought. Simon Kendall. Okay, mate. I've had some. You've had some Emeruru. You've had some Emeruru. Emeruru? I don't know what you're talking about, mate. Okay, mate, I've had some Emeruru. I hope you haven't had a stroke, mate. I'm not making a flip of it. I don't know what the hell's going on here. You're not making a lot of sense, Simon, or maybe it's me. Jack Star, well, with landing meeting in the family building houses and buying sick buffalo, I'll be a busy man. Oh, I will be defo coming over, buddy. I've decided. One-way ticket. One-way ticket is the way to go, Jack. I got a one-way ticket to Thailand once and I never went back. Well, I did after a while, but there you go. Apollo the sun god. Thank God, cheers. Right, Apollo, I've got to ask you a straight question now. Do you mean thank God because it would be a bad idea? Or do you mean thank God I'm not staying longer term and you want rid of me? That could be read both ways. I hope it's the former and not the latter. Simon Kendall, emergency rum. Oh, is that a rum, is it? Have you ever heard of Emeruru rum? That's unusual because Ellen does like a drink. There's not much rum she hasn't done. She keeps it quiet, but she doesn't do the tender wine. It's too highbrow for her. She's on the old rice with wine, and she look at me like that, like she's going to hit me. See, that is the threatening face. That is the threatening face she's just doing. In. Well, you were about to walk in the camera shop. She was doing the rhythm. She was doing the Ian Jury dance just then. But I've never seen Ian Jury dance like that. Now she's run off to the bedroom. Adam Fenton, I wonder if this is an average year for the Philippines natural disasters. I don't know. I'll have to Google it, mate. It is a dangerous place for natural disasters. Whether it is more so than others, I don't know. You won't have any of that, Jack. I tell you what, I don't think, I may be wrong, but I don't think the sick buffalo are a thing in the Philippines. I've not heard it. I've not seen a water buffalo in the Philippines, actually. They must have them. Building that, mate, I tell you, I will keep these women away from you. I've never had any of that crap. I've never had anyone in Thailand. It's got to be the vibes you give. I've never had anyone a sick buffalo. I've never had any of that nonsense. I've never had anyone, well, yeah, it's, yeah. I don't know. But anyway, you are a streetwise man of the world, Jack. You don't have to worry about any of that nonsense. In answer to your question, Adam, I don't know. It's been a bad month. I mean, I don't think they usually have 2 earthquakes and 2. I mean, it's not been the same month, but it has. You know, we're in a 4-week period. It's been pretty nuts over here. Simon, go on YouTube and show Ellen Bongo's bingo. I'll have to check that out, mate. I'll have to check that out. Bongo's bingo. Jim Pendergast. The mind boggles at Bongo's bingo, but I'm going to check it out. Jim Pendergast. Lovely. She's amazing how Ellen's disappeared. She's gone off, but she switched the bloody aircon off. So I am starting to melt now. Don't really have the aircon on much. We have fans, but I switch the fans off when I'm doing the live stream in case the noise. But she switched the aircon off and then gone in there and left me sweltering. And I can hear she just switched the aircon on in the bedroom. So that is the mark of the lady. You should be a fishmonger because you sell fish. Bum, 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 bum. Jim Pendergast, love to see the elusive Ellen. Yeah, I was sort of say the lovely Ellen for a second. Oh, she's not that lovely, mate, but she is elusive. Simon Kendall, still trying to get my stuff back from Cebu. So you are moving here. Well, great, mate. Dumagetti will be all the better for you. If you're looking for bang for your buck, here, I'm going to give you some advice now, but hopefully I will see you on Thursday. But if you are thinking of moving here permanently, mate, you will get a lot more bang for your buck if you move to Sibilan. And the beauty of Sibilan is I know you don't like using trikes. And if I recall, I don't think you ride a scooter. I might have got that wrong. You get a house near the highway in Sibilan. Not only will you get more bang for your buck, you will get lots of the Sirius bus service is fantastic there because you get like 3 or 4 times as many buses going that direction as you do ours because they're going up to Bias and they're going up to Tan High and they're going up. I'm going to butcher the names, but the point is there are a lot of buses going that way and a lot of buses coming back all the way up until 8 o'clock at night. 11 o'clock at night. Whereas going to our neck of the woods, you don't get many because there's not that many cities up there. There's only Sambugarth and the other one. I mumble. I can't say the names of these places. I'm terrible. But if I didn't have transport and I was on a budget, that is where I would live. And that's when I lived there when I first started. So, I mean, I was from my experience. I do miss the public transport links in Sibilan. Good luck getting your stuff back. Adam Fontaine, no sick buffalo, just sick family members that needs. Yeah. Well, yeah, you are a lot more likely to get sick family members here. In both senses, both in the trying to get money scam and also in there's a lot more illness here in my experience than there is in Thailand. So it could actually be genuine over here when they've got sick family members. Adam, Jack Star's laughing. And I'm not surprised, it was a funny comment. Simon Kendall on a 6-month lease. So you are moving here long term. There you go. Give Dumagetti a go. Good idea. But the place you are in City Mall, that is not the 6-month lease, is it? Or have you already signed a 6-month lease? And your phone's doing good for a 2%. Apollo the Sun God, bad idea. I've seen so many crash and burn stories. The last time I was in Dumagetti, there was a man that spent 60 million pesos on a home on the mountain in Darwin, and his neighbour owns his lot. Yeah, well, yeah. No, mate, trust me, having spent the last 12 years in Asia, I understand the dangers of buying land, property, and all the rest of it over here, or in anywhere in Southeast Asia. I hear you, mate. I hear you. Jim Pendergast, joke's getting worse. Which joke? Which joke? My joke? Whose joke? Don't say my joke. I'm very thin-skinned. Or do you mean Adam's joke? Do you mean the selling fish, fishmonger, sell fish? Oh, yeah, that's a very good joke. Simon Kendall, that is where I am. John Peters 231, brother-in-law needed. Formal clothes to attend job interview 3 times a year. Yeah, there you go. I can believe that. Simon Kendall, Cillian, you're really making me work for my chat tonight. Simon, I'm finding it very hard. We seem to be going here. How much ram have you had? Cillian, What I'm guessing is you are looking for a 6-month lease somewhere, and you are in Cillian at the moment. I mean, that is over City Mail Way, but when I'm talking about, if you get closer to the Mayo Port, you get some really not really nice places, but prices seem to be a bit cheaper there. The closer you get to like the Mayo Port, and there's still quite a bit of action there. And you've got because as long as you're close to the diversion road, there's quite a lot of traffic going in. Not because I mean, if you're by the City Mall, you're only basically on the boundary of Dumagetti, aren't you? In Pendergrass, jokes are getting worse. Squander in Asia, greetings from Leicester. How's it going, Simon? Keeping safe. Aye, mate. How you doing? Yeah, not going bad, mate. Going all right. Going all right. Things are good. Things are good. Thanks for joining us. It's nice that you can make it. I do apologise, but we are coming to an end shortly. Ellen has left my dinner on the table and it's getting cold. But I hope all is well in Leicester. What is the word on the street in Leicester? And a quick question for you. Where is I'm assuming you do like a bit of Indian food. Where is the best Indian in Leicester these days? Because when I was living there, the best one was the Jungle, which was down on, can't think of the name of the bloody road now, down near the Space Centre in the Jungle Club. And yeah, or there was one on London Road. What was it called? The Tamil. I don't know why I've asked that bloody question. And I can't think of the names of the restaurants. But I'd be interested to know where the best Indian is these days, in case I go back there. Jim Pendergrass, yes, the ice joke. I thought the ice joke was fantastic. What are you talking about? The ice joke's hilarious. I think the selfish one's good as well. Jackstar, I'm looking for more buck for a bang. I'm in Cillian and I have just got a 6-month lease, but I can spell after a bottle of rum. Where is Cillian? Ellen, where is Cillian? Do you mean Cillian is in Cillian University? Okay, yeah, that's what I'm getting at. See, what's confusing me with the Cillian, I don't know if you mean Sibulan or Silliman. Yeah. Because Silliman is the university area and Sibulan is further out. So if you're this side of Dumagetti, you're going to be in Silliman. If you're the other side, you'll be in Sibulan. But I don't think there is an area called Cillian, mate. I've never heard of it. Yeah, I think you must mean Silliman. Okay, the place you said near the airport. Well, that is Sibulan. Yeah, Sibulan. You're in the right place then, mate. Oh, so you're going to be in Sibulan for the next 6 months. Good. I will let you buy me a beer. Only joking. On Thursday night, mate, come to the quiz. Bring your good lady to the quiz at Sideways on Thursday night, mate. It'll be nice to see you again. Yeah, it's Sibulan. He's near the airport. 6-month lease. He's now a local. Simon has joined the party. How are you planning on getting your stuff over from Cebu then? That'll be an interesting trip. Right, I am going to knock it on the head now, chaps, because I'm getting incredibly hungry. And we've been talking a long time. I was hoping Squander in Asia would have come back with the Indian thing, but I know there's a bit of a delay on here. Jack, thank you so much, brother, for oh, here we go. Chatting and Chili's, mate, on Belgrave Road area. Proper goods. Right. That must be new. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. I'm trying to think of what the name of the place on the London Road was called. It's on the right-hand side if you're heading up towards not Wigston. God, I'm awful with my not if you're coming down. What is the bloody name of the place? It is where the racecourse is. God, I'm losing the plot here. Not Wigston, because that's down Saffron Lane. What is the name of the bloody place where they? Well, I used to train there. Anyway, there you go. I'm losing it. But chatting with Chili's, that sounds, that's a good name for a curry place. Adam Fante, good to see you all. Have a good night. Brian Street, the word on the street is that the UK is more immigrants, only 1,000 more than the last 2 days. Jack Star, you to Adam, always a pleasure. Chatties and Chili's, Belgrave Road, Squander of Asia. Right, fantastic. Sorry you missed the live, Squander. Hopefully catch you on the next one. Jack Star, thank you so much, brother. You're always incredibly generous, and it is always amazing, and it is always appreciated. And thank you, big man. Jim, I'm sorry I let you down on the joke front. I will try and do better. Give my love to Nora. Adam, hope you can make the Tuesday, brother. If you can't, then I totally understand. You've got a long journey. Simon, hope to see you on Thursday, mate. Enjoy your rum. I hope you haven't you're coming and you haven't replied just because you haven't replied, because I'm sure you'll be damn good on a quiz night. Be a good chance to meet people. I'll introduce you to a number of people. Yeah. Just scrolling up, see if there's anyone I haven't said goodbye to. John Junko, thanks for joining, mate. It was nice you added to the appearance. Brent, I think Brian's gone, hasn't he? If you haven't, Brian, if you're still there, come on, you irons. Come on, you rip-roaring, ice-screwing irons. We're going to stay up now. Noonan's going to be the man. But yeah, I'm going to go now. Bye-bye, John Peters. Yeah, I think I've gone out. I don't think there's anyone else there. And Apollo, the sun god, thank you very much for the advice on the buying a house over here. I was never going to do it, but I'd always appreciate good advice. So anyway, everybody, thank you ever so much. Hopefully you enjoyed the live chat. If you did, smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed, it'd be fantastic if we did. Everybody take note. I'm on about 23 likes now. Hopefully you get a couple more before we go. In about an hour, if you check back to this, that will have halved. It always halves. John Junko, nice to meet you too. Yeah, well, nice to meet you, brother. There we go. Everyone's checking out now. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stay safe, be lucky. Hopefully catch you all on the next Tuesday week for the anniversary party. 2 years on YouTube. Stay safe, be lucky. Cheers, Brian.